to the right. Is the coast clear? Up you go up to your bedroom. I will text you when I'm back home. Good night, see you in a little. Come on over, baby, we don't have to wait. I know we feel the same. I called the car, it's on the way. Nothing more to say. I want you back. Nothing more to say.
Hi, hello, is this thing on? Thank you so much everyone for coming by to Behind the Roleplay with Ace Green. That's right, Ace Green, the Ace Green, that's right. So sorry if I sound a little stopped up, just because I just got over a little head cold, and I'm trying to feel better, trying to at least, right? But yeah, so Today on Behind the Roleplay, we'll be having A Screen on. Typically, obviously what we do is we just talk about the story behind A Screen. How did he get the traction that he got? And how, how does he feel about his character's upbringing, going from having nothing to pretty much having the whole city support behind him. And obviously the decisions on how does his character feel about the decisions that he made all across everything that he's done so far. Also, one small thing, obviously I told A Screen this beforehand, but the artist that typically would draw, the people that would be sitting in the chat or whatever, or on the chair or whatever, unfortunately she wasn't able to draw him, so he's going to be a Discord, his little Discord icon on the screen. So I'm so sorry that we're not to the normal standard that we are. It's just that she's not able to do anything, and I feel like probably won't be able to do anything for a while. So after this one, it'll probably be about a couple months. So I was thinking like, well, we can either do nothing at all, or we can at least bring people on, talk to them, get to know their character a little bit, ask them all these crazy questions, and then still have fun. So I was like, well, we can just still have fun, right? Like there's nothing against having fun, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring A Screen in, and then oh wait, what the flip? Hang on. What the flip? Okay, hang on. That was the funniest thing I think that could ever happen. Hang on. Where the heck is the... Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Okay, that was probably the funniest thing that could ever happen. Y'all didn't hear anything, but... Okay. Hello? Hi? Oh. Hello? I kept hearing go. I was like, oh God. That was the funniest thing I could ever have. Like it was just so funny to me. Anyways, hi A Screen, how you doing? What? That's hey, listen, it's all right, man. We're all learning. We're all learning as we go. True. Well, it's just, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm so sorry we weren't able to get you drawn. It's just, like I said, the artist. You can't hear him? What? Oh, wait, you can't. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, no. See, I'm still learning too, to be honest with you. There we go. Okay, now y'all should be able. Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you so much, Lexi C, for saying that y'all can't hear him, because they can hear you now. Great. See, what's crazy? Cool. We were starting off so strong. That's so crazy, dude. Damn. Well, Ace.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We started off so strong, and then.
Yeah, I mean, we were just, Lexi, just so that, I'm not listening to the feed, but I am seeing the chat. Thank you for, calling that out. But we were just talking about how the thumbnail is a classic A Screen thing to do, because he's kind of like a mess and a drunk, I feel like maybe in City, he would probably be like too drunk to like sit up, so they would probably have to throw a picture up there. So it's great. It's like totally on brand for A Screen. All good. I love it.
Honestly, what I was thinking was like if we were able to get Ace drawn, would be the only pose that man knows is the thrusting. So I was thinking like every time that he talks, he would stand up and just start thrusting.
Thrust his arms.
Yeah. Every time he talks, just start thrusting, and then every time he stops talking, he just sits.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's funny? Because A Screen has this thing where he doesn't shower.
Oh God.
So imagine all that thrusting with like not showering. He just fucking reeks. So I'm just like thinking about all the people around all the time and like people giving Ace hugs. And I'm like, oh man. In my head, I'm like, this dude is grimy.
It literally sounds like Jimmy, because Jimmy's thing is that he just bathes in his milk beef jerky textured
Oh,
milk. So like,
oh my
can you imagine
god.
that smell? Oh, God, I love it.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's like a what do you cheese? Cheese maybe?
I don't even know. Honestly, to this day, I don't know what beef jerky textured milk would even taste like or
Uh,
what texture it is. But
what do you watch Sunny? What is it? Rum ham? No, milk steak. Milk
no,
steak, is it?
I don't.
Okay. They put steak in milk, and then it's like a thing
Oh,
that they surprisingly love, but it's actually really fucking disgusting. But
ew, Jesus,
they're crazy.
they are. While we're talking about Jimmy though, you don't understand how many times people have come up to Jimmy and be like, "You remind me of Ace Green so much," and I was like, "What? How?" And then the more I interact with Ace on Max, the more I'm like, "Oh my God, I fucking see it. I absolutely see it." Just like
What?
just how random he is. Like
Yeah.
I just never understood it. And then finally, I was starting to really recently see it is how much Max is seeing him. And I'm like, oh, I see it now. Like it's so crazy how much Ace and Jimmy are kind of like.
You know, it's crazy because I don't think I've met Jimmy officially. I think that,
He
like,
tried to tweet at him, but fucking Ace egoed him. So I was like, oh,
I
okay.
did? No,
Yeah,
I
he
didn't, and
did.
not
He
on
did.
purpose, though.
He did. It
No,
is
I
fine.
didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
he did.
well,
He
okay,
did. He
maybe
did.
I did, but it was an accident. If you ask anybody in chat right now whether Ace's phone is always on silent, they'll say yes, because, like, my phone is always on silent. The amount of calls I missed, like, embarrassing, you know? I don't save phone numbers, my fucking phone is a mess, like, my phone is, like, basically that cabinet in the kitchen that's just full of trash that you put
Right.
everything in and you close it and you forget it exists.
Right.
That's my phone
Well,
book,
say that to
you
Jim.
know? Like,
Say that to Jim. He literally tweeted at him, being like, "Oh my God, Ace." Well, he said something about like someone told me we're alike, and then you tweet at somebody. He tweeted at somebody else. I'm like, oh,
oh, it's awful. No, that wasn't
oh.
on purpose.
I
That
was
wasn't on
like,
purpose. How long ago was
I
that?
was dude. That was I want to say probably a year ago, because that was when Ace was like. I mean, I think he was like it wasn't fairly new, but he was like it was honestly probably around the time when Ace was with Great Ocean, and
Yeah.
he was it was when he was doing probably around the time when he was doing the Halloween concert thing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm bad at Twitter now. I was even worse then, so I believe you, you know? But, um but yeah, it's quite bad. Recently I've been putting ads up for IMC and, like, I put the picture link up, but then only the caption uploads, and then I have to follow that up with the picture link, so it's 2 tweets now. And then I have to apologize for splitting it up in 2 tweets. And it's sort of like this one thing that's supposed to be 1 tweet is now 3 tweets. And it's awful, you know, it's awful. But
Three
I'm
tweet.
trying, we out here, you know?
So wait, so you tell me so it's like a picture, your number, and then explaining exactly
Yeah,
why.
it's like the caption of what it was supposed to be in the combination, then the picture above it because it didn't post, and then it's like and then my reaction to it. So it's like words, picture, fuck, you
Fuck.
know?
Oh God. Dude, that sounds great though,
Yeah,
to be honest with you. I wouldn't miss that for the world though.
yeah, it's real dumb, but I just kinda like anything that I do that's stupid on Ace, I'm like, "He's a drunk, you can't blame me, it's all in character."
It's all in character,
So
right?
it's a nice way out, you know? Yeah.
Honestly, I might submit a ticket just for that. Like, can you tell A Screen to stop submitting so many damn tweets, please? Because it's ruining my RP. All right, on Max, on
Oh
Jimmy,
my god.
Apollo, on anybody. I mean,
Oh,
jeez.
I don't know if you remember okay, speaking of, like, Ace origin levels, Ace is not he's a brand new character that I created for Echo, but before that, I was playing Phyllis Waverly for a couple years.
You know what's crazy?
Um
Okay, you know what's crazy? I remember her because she did a really cool little headshot on Cree.
Yeah, I remember, like, you were one of the you and, Stay High Media were the first photography people that, like, I met in City because I came to Echo to do photography and magazines and visual media. So, like, I started working at NOLA in their graphic design thing, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I love graphic design," you know? And then I'm like, "Wait a second, what are these guys talking about? This is also really fucking cool. What's happening?" You know? And then I was like, yeah. And then I got into the music thing, but it was like Phyllis first. And I remember you brought up Apollo, and then I remember like I was in a cop car for some reason. I think I was taken hostage. And Apollo was in the cop car, so was Phyllis. And Phyllis, oh no, you were driving. Apollo was driving, and Phyllis was in the
Oh
back seat.
God. Oh
And I remember
Jesus.
like Phyllis was like flirting with Apollo. And she's like, "Ooh,
Oh, that was you.
oh,
Oh
I like
God.
hairy men. What are you doing next? What are you doing later, Apollo?" And then you were kind of like doing like your groans or whatever, and I was kind of like taking that as if like, "Oh, you're married. Oh, it's okay. I'd like to side, you know." But it was like it was so funny. I think that was like the first thing that I realized about like Echo was like there's some really cool fucking characters in here, you know. Like there's a fucking Yeti. I don't know what that was, but I was like, that's fucking hysterical. I can't believe that's a real fucking thing.
I don't know what that thing is either, but it's Apollo. That's all I know. He smokes a lot of weed,
Yeah, and
and
then at the court case, like I wanted to kind of like touch back to that original moment, but like I think Phyllis was doing Maserati's like she was doing her expungement sort of thing,
oh yeah.
and then Apollo was there, and I think Victoria was like banging the gavel or whatever, and I was like, I want to bang Apollo or something
Oh
like that.
God. Oh God.
It was my way of bringing it back to that moment, you know.
Oh my God. That's too good. What the?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
little threads, you know.
Little threads that no one ever looked. Damn, dude, that's so crazy. How long ago was that? That was like a year ago, right?
That
Or
was
2 years ago?
Phyllis's CID is 3745 or something, like 3000. So I think that was like early 2023 or maybe even very late 2022.
Jesus, it's
Yeah.
2025 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah. Phyllis was out here doing stupid shit. Crazy fun shit. Like she's not a criminal or anything, but she's just a crazy old ass lady, you know?
Honestly, I feel like that's what I do with Jimmy now. It's just like, yeah, I do music sometimes, but like, I don't know. I feel like I've done everything I can on Jimmy. Like, I don't know. I feel like I can't create any more story on him just because
Yeah.
like I've done so much. I went fucking bat crazy, did that. Got lightheaded at OOC because of that, because I was like laughing and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I tried to sell it. You ever try to sell something in
Yeah.
RP? It's so fucking hard. It's so
Well, wait, so like what?
like
Like an experience or like actual
yeah,
things?
yeah, like actual experience that you're going fucking crazy. Like it's so difficult to like you're I don't know. I feel like with Jimmy I've experienced like the highest of high, which is like Legacy and Aurora Records, and I've also experienced the low of the
Yeah.
low, which is like living in a sewer and like have imaginary
Oh shit.
girlfriend, and then I had that imaginary girlfriend tell Jimmy to kill all his friends. So I already experienced all that. Now it's like either I have him fly away or I have him killed. And honestly,
Mm.
I'm kind of tempted to perma Jimmy. I keep saying
I don't
like
know.
I keep saying like I'm tempted to perma Jimmy, but part of me is like I can't kill my son. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't kill him. But then also I said that same about Kree, and look at Kree, he's dead. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts
I
on
don't know.
that though?
I feel like when I think of like uh music or like sort of like I don't know if you call them like blue check people like celebrity RP or whatever,
Oh
like musician
Jesus! Oh
RP.
Jesus! Oh jeez! Don't
I
go
think
there.
of
Oh God!
I know. I don't know what the word is, but like
Oh God! Don't.
musician RP, but I think BoJack Horseman. You know, like I don't know if you've seen that show, but like
Oh yeah.
um BoJack Horseman is a piece of shit. But there's still something about him that's still likable, and that's why he's watchable. And I think for a character to like be trashy and kind of like awful, there's something about them has to be redeemable, you know? Whether you're funny or like you're good at music, people have to like you for a reason, otherwise you're just another mean person, you know? So I'm always like looking for like those opportunities to like find people or like to do that myself where like um Ace does really disgusting things, you know, and you shouldn't like this person, but at least he cracks fart jokes. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of
Right.
like
Right.
how far do I go with Ace before he becomes like the drunk that you don't want around you because he smells too bad and now he's not funny anymore, you know?
Right. Honestly, I feel like I relate to that so much because like with Jimmy, like he lactates, and then also
I didn't know that. Wow, that's a fun
you,
fact.
you didn't know that.
No, I
Yeah.
now the milk makes sense.
Yeah. So he lactates beef jerky textured milk, and
That's really disgusting.
when
I mean, you know, it works. It works. You know,
yeah,
I'm here
well,
for it.
what's crazy, even more wild though, is that he absolutely had milk bottles of Jimmy's milk that he used to hand out to people And honestly, it was a whole list of just like different Jimmy's merch. Like he had a pop figure, he had a civilian handbook, he had
I
Jimmy
wore the jacket
cards.
once. I didn't know who Jimmy North was. I thought it was a
Oh,
porn star.
that's a
Isn't there
big
like a porn
honor.
star named Jimmy North or some shit? Or
No,
Peter North.
Peter North.
Sorry.
Peter North. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, the porn stars in this thing crazy. I'm gonna wear this jacket.
Oh God. No, but that's a big honor. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. With Jimmy, it's like I used to play him so just like very dirty, you know, like I have him walking around just literally no clothes at all, just short shorts, no clothes. I guess like
Yeah.
maybe some boots or whatever, obviously his goggles. And then once Legacy started like picking up, I was like, damn, I have to dress up like I have to actually like wear clothes on him. Like, oh fuck, okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. So I start wearing
Yeah.
clothes on him, and then Legacy ended, and I was like, well, okay, well, I guess I can go back to doing whatever the fuck. And then then Aurora happened. I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to dress up a little nicer, just a little nicer, and it got fucking destroyed. I'm talking people were leaving, people weren't even showing up, people start going to other record label. Man, let me tell you, man, one thing that really makes me upset about the whole situation is Jonathan. He was a producer. I don't know if you know who that is. Jonathan?
Set from Beach Boys?
No. No.
No, I don't know who Jonathan is.
I don't think from, but he was originally supposed to be with Aurora, but then as Aurora was going to be announced, he already signed with Triad Records before Triad Records. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though?
Did he have like a stage name? I don't know who Jonathan is.
Did he have a stage? I don't think he had a stage name.
Might
But
have been before my time. I remember Aurora, but I don't remember Jonathan. I'm just really bad with names in general.
Man, it's fine. But yeah, so when that happened, everything with Aurora just fucking crumbled like immediately. Cause Karma fucking left, May fucking left, Jonathan went to Triad Records, and then Triad Records, they just kind of dispersed. Well, actually, they got transformed into No Love. No, to Dream Records.
Dream Records, was it?
Yeah. Dream Records. And then so sorry for coughing. But when that happened, I was like, I can't do music anymore. And then I try to make Jimmy's EP, which is really cool. I try to make the second part of his EP, which is dude, if there's one song of Jimmy's that's very like underrated that I feel like is so good, Braggalicious. I don't know if you've ever heard it or not, but Braggalicious is one of my favorite.
I have heard it.
It's
good.
Which one of Ace's Green like you feel like is so underrated but is one of your all-time favorites?
Fuck, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to look at my SoundCloud. I don't.
That's what I'm looking at right now too. I'm just looking. I'm like,
yeah.
I feel like
I feel like. Sorry, were you gonna?
Well, I was gonna say, where are you, Christmas? That stuff like that was really. just because the cover art. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay, that was that's a whole funny story. Yeah, have you watched The Grinch? Because I have.
You haven't?
Okay. No, I haven't.
What the fuck?
So how that song came about, Christina, who's the label manager at Great Ocean at the time, I was looking to like go up on stage and do something that was Christmassy because like I don't have Christmas music. I don't do like special event songs because it's really hard. You know, it takes me a long time to write a fucking song.
Finally,
so
someone agrees with Jesus.
It's hard. You know, I release one thing every 3 months. That's like I'll release an album in like 30 years. It's fucking embarrassing. But so that song, Christina sent me a video of this little girl. I think her name is something Who, like Betty Who or little, I don't know. She's a little girl with the weird hair. She's singing a song and she's like crying and shit. I'm like, oh, that's such a cute song. Look how short it is, you know? And then I'm like looking up I'm like, okay, Christina, I'll cover it for you, you know? So I'm thinking I'm gonna download this beat. Actually, I bought the beat. You bought the beat? Yeah, I always have to buy my beats. I don't know. It's just something that I do. It's just like, I don't know. I don't want to run into issues, so I'd rather like have a safety net, you know?
Yeah, okay, true.
So I bought the beat and then which was like $60. I don't fucking know how much it was.
Oh my god.
I know.
The most I ever buy for a beat is probably 30. That's the now if it's on sale for like 10, I'll probably buy like maybe 4 of them, you know, just because.
Yeah. I don't think I started with good habits though. Like, I found a producer that I'm like, oh, this is the standard? Okay, yeah.
Oh, this is the standard? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, everybody does this. And then little do I know, as I do more music, I'm like, you just produced the guy's name out of the track? That's incredible. Like, that was free. Okay, so I bought that beat, and then the song that Christina sent me, the little video was like a minute and some change, maybe 2 minutes, and then I saw the beat and it was like 4 minutes. I'm like, "Okay, no, it's okay. It's probably just an extended cut or whatever." And then I bought the beat, I go on YouTube to look for, like, the lyrics and shit so I can buy it. I bought the fucking Faith Hill version
Oh
that is 4
Jesus.
minutes long and hits all the fucking notes that I can't possibly hit. So, at this point, I'm like, I thought I was gonna do a 2-minute song of a cute 2-minute song of, like, a little Christmas jingle that's turned into a fucking, like, Whitney Houston Christmas extravaganza, and I'm like, "I can't do this." So I had to rewrite the bridge, and I ended up cutting it short because I couldn't I could not sing those I can't sing those notes. So I had to cut it short, and that's how that song happened. It was a complete accident. It was supposed to be a fun, cute song, and I was even gonna do it in a child's voice,
Oh my
but then it was
god.
like, "Okay, Faith Hill, you're really out here making me waste fucking money, and then also now I've gotta do your shit." But I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
Oh my. Okay, so what is your favorite, like, what do you
I
feel like
think
is like very underrated, but you think like the absolute best?
I think "Give Me a Reason," I just, I don't know if it's underrated, but, I think, I say that song because, I essentially how I just said how writing music is really fucking hard, it takes
Yeah,
me a long time?
yeah.
That song I wrote the very first time I heard that beat. Like, I
Really?
heard the beat once, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I love this beat," and then I listened to it again. The second time was when I wrote that song, and it just kinda came out, and I had never surprised myself in that way, and now when I look for beats, like, that is the standard I set myself at. It's like, could I ever hit that level of inspiration again where I can just, like, shit out a song really quickly, you know? And I have yet to, like, have that happen again, but yeah, I feel like that was a rare moment. There's something about that beat that just kind of I don't know, it just I felt like I was, like, entranced or something. But, yeah, that song I feel like is, like, one of my favorite songs.
Honestly, I know exactly what you mean because there's so many Jimmy songs where it's like some beats are like, okay, I can kind of feel, I just don't know exactly if it's like speaking to me or not. But man, like, let me see here, let me try and pull up Jimmy's SoundCloud. Like She a Little Freaky,
Mhm.
that song took me about a week. And then PPP, that one took me a day.
Mm.
Young James took me about 2 days or so. So like, and honestly, Big Mouth took me in light 30 minutes to write that song.
Holy fuck.
Like, some of these songs took me like really quick, but a lot of them just like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Oh, fun. Okay, so fun fact though, right? So there's a naughty song called Reason, which is featuring Jimmy and Kirby.
Mm.
And funny enough, that song, uh, Naldi messaged me the day before it was supposed to be dude or whatever. He
Yeah.
messaged me. He's like, "Hey, could you feature on this Naldi song?" I was like, "Sure, okay." I was like, "But now, just so you know, I'm just now feeling better, right? Like, just keep that in mind." He says, "Okay." I'm in bed, stuffed up nose, trying my best just to understand like where he wants Jimmy to come in at, and I'm trying to like trying to write on my phone, trying to like type it in my notes. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go to sleep. I wake up the next day, my nose is clear. I feel fucking great. I'm like, I better go. I ran to my computer, got from bed, ran to my computer, turned it on, put the beat in, and I now one of my bad habits. I don't know if you have this bad habit or not, but I never write down any of my lyrics that I do.
Oh, no,
Is
I've got to. Yeah,
I
I
I
don't.
don't I don't I just I know I probably should, but I don't know. I usually just like I always think like what I'm gonna say, and then when I say it, I play it back. Like, I don't like it, and I like try to like fix the best I can, and then
Yeah,
sometimes I'll send it, I'll do it, and I'm like, okay, that's it, and I know I should,
yeah,
but if you ever listen to Reasons, um, Jimmy's part, like probably in the middle part of it, all
yeah.
that was freestyled.
Shit, I'm gonna have to re-listen to that. I feel like I've talked to a lot of people recently who do that, where they don't write it down, and every single time I'm surprised by it because, like, I I can't do that. Like, I draw a blank. I literally will sit in front of the microphone and not say anything. There's nothing that can happen if I don't do it. So it's really fascinating to see like everybody's process because like it wouldn't even occur to me not to write something down that I have to remember because I won't. So it's kind of crazy.
Well,
But
I
hey, it works for you. It works for
well,
other people too.
like sometimes what I'll do is I'll write some stuff down, but when I get locked in some song or whatever, it's just like the rest is just like, okay, all right, well, time to let me do my thing, you know. So then
Yeah.
I just go off on then, and then sometimes if a beat that I can't exactly feel or anything like that, um, sometimes I have to like write it down just so I can get an idea. Like Bragalicious, like that. Sorry again. I guess you call it like a hook where it's like I'm going bragalicious tonight with my boy
Yeah.
J Mill. I guess you call that
Yeah.
a hook, I guess. But
Mhm.
the reason why I say guess because that beat was so fucking confusing to pick out which is gonna be beat, like which one's gonna be the hook and where's
Yeah.
just gonna be a bridge. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh well, like I guess we'll do this. But that hook took me about a week to figure out. Like the rest of the song was done, but just that part right there, every time I listen back to it, I'm like, I feel like it's missing something. And then I was at work on my break and I was listening, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Okay. Then I wrote it down and as soon as I got home I recorded, I was like, okay, this is perfect, you know? Um,
Yeah.
so we talked about my highest on Jimmy's highest, right? So
Mhm.
when Ace Green kind of joined Great Ocean Records, how was that experience with Ace?
Um, I think, well, when I signed with Great Ocean Records and they asked me to sign there, I didn't. I mean, I feel like a lot of people think I'm full of shit when I say this, but like when I started making music in Echo, I didn't think I would get signed. I didn't think anybody would show interest because like the first person who I listened to in the city's music as Phyllis Waverly, who's doing graphic design at this point exclusively, was Bobby Brantley's maybe later, you know? So I'm just like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking good," you know? So and it's like, I could never, like and doing music in the city wasn't even a dream at that point. I hadn't even thought about it. So, as Phyllis, I'm like, "Man, the quality of music in the city is so crazy high," you know? That when I was doing graphic design at No Love, and I'm like, "Should I dabble? Because I feel like from what I've heard, this is not gonna work out," you know? So I asked my friend, I was like, "Hey, should I meme music with Phyllis and do like the whole Brooklyn accent on Phyllis and do old lady music, or do you think I should create like a new character?" And they're like, "I would say make a new character." And I was like, "Okay, fuck it." And that's how Ace was born. Um, then so I was writing music as Ace Green, driving around the city for like hours because I didn't know who to talk to. Like I didn't know where to break in or who to break the ice with. So I would go to the observatory and stand in the back, look out into the city and write music. And that's how like I think I wrote my first three songs. It was The Good Stuff, Hideaway, and then the first like piano song. I don't even remember, but I don't usually play it. But that's how it happened, and I just happened to like bump into like Christina and Riker at like a public space. You know, I think they were hanging out, and I think I went in for a photo or something, and Bobby Brantley was there with Valentina, and then, um, I was talking to Christina about doing, like, a pop-up because she was doing a lot of pop-ups at the time, and I was like, "Well, all my friends who do music, they're asleep." Because I was hanging out with, like, a lot of No Love people at that time
Mhm.
because I was friends with somebody from No Love, before Out of City, so, like, I would just hang out with her, and she just happened to be signed at No Love, so we would just hang out. But she was, like, really helpful in, like, helping me write music and, like, understand how she would give me feedback and stuff like that, so that was very helpful. So when I bumped into, like, Christina about doing for the pop-up, I had technically 3 songs I could do a pop-up with, and all of my friends, which I mean, like, maybe 1 or 2 other people that also do music, they were asleep. So I'm like, "I can't just do a pop-up by myself," and then Bobby was there, and then they kinda just, like, asked him if he would be down to, like, doing a collab thing, but that was the first time, um that was the first thing that I did as Ace Green, and Bobby and Valentina had talked to me after that show, like, immediately after and asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and I'm like, "A part of Great Ocean?" I'm like, "I don't what? Yes. The fuck? Yeah, of course." It's like, I can't believe they actually asked me. I didn't think anybody would ask me 'cause I wasn't I know less then. I knew less than what I do now. So it was like a huge, like, it was a huge surprise, but also really, I think, role play changing. It was kind of one of those things where like there's a fork in the road, and then yeah. you get on this ride that has a lot more amenities, and you get to experience much more faster, you know? So, I think it really changed the course of like who Ace Green was, because at that point, Ace wasn't even really a drunk. Ace was just me, awkward and like quiet because I didn't know who to talk to. It was me hiding behind a microphone, trying to experiment with music, still trying to develop a character so I don't feel I don't feel like I'm performing on stage as me, because this is not something that I would do in real life. I don't
Right.
do music in real life. This is not something that I go on stage and like do regularly. So like music for me is just like no, I'm not doing that shit. Nobody knows outside of Echo that I do music at all. So, um, being on stage, I needed somebody to like essentially hide behind. I needed a character, because if I show up to Echo as A Screen and not myself, that's not gonna work, because I'm gonna die of anxiety, because I don't wanna go on stage and sing my songs, you know, I wanna sing Ace's songs. So I developed the character of this drunk, and he sings songs about being drunk, and he has mommy issues. Disclaimer, my
Oh,
mom
oh
is
yeah.
great. I love my mom.
Oh yeah.
She's
Well,
great.
let me tell you, I forgot about that to say about the Halloween concert was that
Yeah.
something about was Ace dressed up as his mom
Yeah,
or
his
something like
mom,
that.
yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, you know, every time I say, like, mean shit about my mom in City, I feel like I've gotta, like, say a little, "Sorry, universe, you know, my
Sorry,
mom is
my
actually really
mom.
nice, like, this is just her," because my mom is really nice, but, like, all that lore came after, and I learned a lot at Great Ocean Records, and they were very nice, uh, to me, and being very helpful, and provided me everything that I needed while I was there. So, I learned a lot, just in terms of, like, getting the boost that I needed to feel confident enough to, like, push through something that I was struggling with, music-wise. So I think, that community was, I think, what I needed most critically at that time, support, from people.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever I think of like Jimmy trying to like just put himself out there, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that when Jimmy first came to Echo, he literally like tweeted out, "Hey, I'm having a pop up concert at Legion Square," because obviously he already has Swamp Baby Records that he did with
Yeah,
Terry, and literally like I'm pretty sure almost half the server literally went to this little spot, and
for sure.
it was actually it was really cool. That's how I think Jimmy and Carter met, and then they said let's do a song, and then the rest is history. But yeah, I mean, and obviously every character that I've had, I've always had the issue where it's like I don't know how to present this character to just people. It's like
Yeah.
with Max, that the Max is the hardest person to make friends with anybody because I don't know how I'm able to give a character my awkwardness
Mhm.
because I don't know how, but apparently I have because I play Max so awkwardly where it's like I don't know. I don't know how I have, but I have given Max my awkwardness. And when I played Jimmy, I don't have the awkwardness. And when I played
Mhm.
Kree, did never had awkward. So it's like
Yeah.
something I don't know what I don't know what triggers inside me when I think of Max and try to play him, but I
Yeah.
somehow have his awkwardness. So it's like
Mhm.
I absolutely understand when you say that like, you went to the observatory and just like stood there and did music. And it's like
Yeah.
I did that plenty of time on Max. Like I literally just drove around for hours and hours just trying to find people just to talk to. And every time I did,
Yeah.
it always ended so fucking awkwardly. Like every time. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, I'm telling you, one time I was trying to talk to someone and it ended so awkwardly where yeah, I kept interrupting them and
Mhm.
then they kept trying to talk, but like we gotta go. I was like, oh, okay, all right, and just literally
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just walked away. Hit. I was like, oh god, dude, what the fuck?
You guys
Like,
just kinda gave up on the
I
conversation. That's
literally,
funny
yeah,
as fuck.
literally mid comms just gave up, just fa quit right there.
Yeah.
Just like what
Yeah.
the like, Jesus. So
On to the next, Good luck next time.
literally, so when obviously you said Great Ocean gave Ace like a good like understanding of his character
Mhm.
and just exactly what he wanted to deliver. How did it feel to kind of like now Ace is like really on his own, not like on his
Mhm.
own, you know what I'm saying? But now he actually
Yeah.
has like his whole as company, just
Yeah.
like literally full of artists, so much support going around everywhere. you've done
Yeah.
like what, like three or four events, right? Or two
Oh, I
events?
think we've to date maybe like 10 or 11.
Oh
It's been kind of
God,
crazy. Yeah.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
how does it feel? I guess on Ace, just like how much support he's gotten, and did he expect? I guess this much that's to happen.
Absolutely not. No, I I don't know if this is something that's being said at all, but when I left Create Ocean Records, I had no plan. There was like my plan was to kind of like quote unquote explore, and that was it. And then very quickly, like maybe like 2 or 3 days in of flying in, of like just roaming and having nothing to do, I realized, you know what, like this is not gonna fucking work because like I need um a community to keep me accountable to doing music because music isn't something that like again I grew up doing. It's not something that comes to me like naturally. So I do love doing it, but like finding the motivation within myself to pull through it, knowing how difficult it is for me. If I leave that up to myself, I'm never gonna do a goddamn thing. So I needed a group and I needed to find other people who are in my same situation, independent people who are floating. And I was having, I think me and Christina were like in a Discord call playing Marvel Rivals, and I'm like, we were talking about like in city shit and how like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing now, like what is Ace gonna do? And then I was like, I wonder if I could do that idea that I had a long time ago. Like before I had to sign up with Great Ocean, I was like, what if I just do like an indie coalition or some shit where I just get people to come together? And that came because I didn't think anybody would ever sign me. So now that I'm finding myself in a place where I have the experience of being in a label and I've learned a lot there and I understand the dynamic and how it works, um, I now have this need of I need a community. So that's how IMC happened. And Christina like got on board because she was excited about it. And then we started off with Lil D and Samantha, aka Sakura,
Yeah.
and then it all kind of happened from there. But I think the support from the city has been completely like I was blindsided by it because I didn't realize that like people cared enough. I was doing it because I needed a place to call my own. And it it wasn't expected or I didn't think it would hit this level in which it did. And I know Milky's in the chat here. Hey Sage, how's it going? Tracy has been like huge, so helpful to IMC and helping them sort of like get off the ground and you know, um people businesses who aren't even like relatively connected to like the music scene are offering support, financial support, like things that we didn't ever expect. So it just I don't know what it is, but I feel like maybe IMC struck a chord somewhere. I don't know what that chord is, but I'm grateful, and Christine and I are grateful, and we love the artists that we have, and we want to help them, like truly help them, because like you said about legacy, like there there shit happens in the music scene that isn't often said out loud or isn't obvious to people, but being in the label for like 2 years almost, uh it was I learned some things and the critical things that I learned were the things not to do. So if I can sort of forward this knowledge to the people who are just getting started and give them a little bit of like a heads up of like little traps to avoid, and at the same time give them the resources they need to make their music better, they'll be a little bit more self-sufficient when they do get out there and maybe they want to sign with a label. And if things go kaput with that label, they'll be self-sufficient and resourceful enough to make their own stuff and have a backup so that they can book their own shows, or if they still need us they could come back or whatever. But they'll be in a much better place than when they signed with, or they didn't sign with IMC because we don't have a contract, but when they came into IMC. And I think you got to implement those sort of like things early, which is why I love that we have 20 plus artists at IMC now, and we're
Jesus, 20.
yeah, we have and it's so it's really we're priming them to be strong, self-sufficient, and knowledgeable, so that whenever they leave, if they decide to go to a label, they know what to look out for and what to expect. And by no means are we telling them don't sign with a label.
Yeah.
We're just giving them black and white pros and cons, and then it's up to them. We don't have a contract. You use us as much as you need. We don't force you to do anything. So if you just need X, we'll give you X, and that's it. But if you want all of it, we'll give you all of it,
Hmm. Okay. Damn.
free of charge.
That's actually really crazy. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. But it's great, and I think um sorry, I tend to ramble, but
No, hey,
but that
this is a talk show. You can ramble as
yeah,
much as you
yeah.
want, you know?
But I still am like a huge indie music listener in my personal time. So for me, indie music is something that like I always was connected to, and I'm from New York City, so like I went to art school and like I hung out in Brooklyn. Like I lived the indie lifestyle, and I
Yeah.
loved how like chill it was and how like guerrilla it was at times and how I don't give a fuck it was, and I think now I'm able to like take even that personal experience and bring that on to Ace because like he's a drunk who isn't supposed to know anything that I know, like, in my own personal life, like,
Yeah.
it's been very difficult to, like, balance Ace, the musician who's a drunk, plus me, OOC, who does design stuff, and now I'm having to integrate that into Ace because he's, like, now a business owner, and that's part of their services, so it's like, how do I seamlessly integrate that, It's really difficult, so now I'm gonna have to flesh out the backstory. Maybe Ace, like, I don't know, fucking went to India and took drugs and went on a journey, and he just happened to soak up a lot of shit while he was there. I don't know, but he should not know design, and he does now, but we'll see how that works out.
I feel like like I said, I went through the same exact thing because like I said, Jimmy was like this damn Jimmy was born in a sewer, and
Oof.
those chemicals down in the sewer can really mess up someone's brain or whatever. So like
Yeah,
obviously I took that with a grain of salt. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna make him the most unlikable person. All right, well, I did that.
yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna I heard someone do music. I'm like, oh my god, I can do music, kinda. So then I had no when I first did music on Jimmy, it was Audacity. I don't know if you ever heard that program or not,
I have, yeah, yeah.
but all I would do is put the beat and my vocals and press record and just freestyle from the beginning of the song to the end. That's all
Mm,
I would do, right? And then from there I went to I think it was like SVRP, and then someone showed me BandLab, and then I would
yeah,
obviously understand about pausing, whatever, and then from there, when I came to Echo, that's when I don't know. I guess like I just realized that like okay, like from the beginning, Jimmy knew nothing about music. Now I know a fair amount, right? I'm starting to learn how to mix my own vocals. Finally, may not be the
yeah,
greatest, but it's listenable. Like you actually listen
yeah.
to it without bleeding from your ears.
Mhm.
Um, oh god, dude, let me tell you, Sage, you need to leave BandLab, okay? BandLab, oh my god, dude,
It's not that
it's
bad.
bad, bro. It's
I
bad.
don't
It's
use
bad.
BandLab, but
It's
what
bad. It's
I think
bad.
it's
It's
so
bad.
helpful
It's
though. It
bad. It's
really is.
bad. It's bad.
Okay,
It's bad.
what's so
It's bad.
terrible about it?
Bro,
Tell me. I'm here.
once you put enough once you put like at least 6 different vocals on that damn fucking track, the whole it just sounds so bad. Like not even just because it sounds bad, just because the way it's lagging because it's a damn
Mm.
web browser. Like, oh my god, dude. Oh, now you're on Reaper. Oh, okay, okay. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, I
Any,
think okay. I will say, JJ does when he does collabs, he does collabs on BandLab because I think the people that he collabs with often use BandLab, and the shit that he's able to like pump out on BandLab quality wise, I didn't know it was BandLab until he told me it was BandLab. It was like actually incredible. So I think he did say that like he uses a software outside of BandLab that uses the same plugins because it's like the same company as BandLab, which is why he understands how it works. But I will say the lagging thing is very real. When I started using BandLab, my vocals were like always slower by like a tenth of a second, and I didn't realize what it was until I was like, wait a second, why did it start at the wrong time? Then I would have to fucking notch it, push it forward, and I'm like, okay, so this is timing that I have to account for every single time that I record, and every single time it's a different set of amount of time. It's like it could be half a second. Today is point one. I don't know, but that is not a lie. That is the very truth.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I'll never forget the times when me, Carter, and Julia would be in a damn call and we're trying to record a damn song, and we'd be like, okay, I think I'm done with it. And like, okay, play it. And it would be screeching out of our fucking minds. And it's like, what is wrong? Like, I don't even know. And honestly, we still don't get why it does that. Um, but yeah, and I mean, it's just,
Featuring, huh?
yeah,
Shit.
it's like, this is because I think it just has so many different shit, like so many different, I don't even know. Honestly, I'm not even trying to save myself. I don't even know why it does that or whatever that, but it was just so overwhelming. And then
Yeah.
Joe or L'Oreal was like, I can mix y'all songs. So I was like, oh, okay, can you mix two dick shit for me? Which, by the way, Jimmy does have two dicks, by the way. Forgot to put that out there.
Oh, sick. Okay, I think I've seen a photo of of that on the internet of that guy on the Guinness World Records or whatever.
Well, it's not that hot, you know what I'm saying? It's like sewn onto his fupa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
oh, you had one attached? You had a second one attached?
yeah.
You mean you did that on purpose?
Yeah. Well, you want the lore? Do you want the lore about that or not?
Give me the two penis lore. I need to know immediately.
Okay, so oh wait, your badge? Oh my god, dude, this guy was so cool. What the bro? He gave Max and Tallulah airplane ride. What the flip, dude?
Wait,
Thank you.
what? Oh.
That's so cool. Anyways, so Jimmy's.
Oh, I just want to say hi to people who have said hi. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, how's it? Hey,
Cactus, I see you. Milky, nice to see you. Sorry, I didn't want to ignore you guys. So I see you. Love y'all.
Hi. So
Yeah,
sorry,
two
we're
penises.
yeah. So two penises. So oh my god. So can't let me talk about this. But so Jimmy used to have this friend. I can't remember her name to save my life, but they were like, she goes, oh my god, Jimmy, what if you prank the cops? I was like, okay. So what would you want me to prank them? And then she goes, well, what if we put a lot of fake blood around you and say your dick got bitten off by a dog? And I was like, okay, that's funny enough. I like that. So I call the cops. Jimmy's literally on the ground, fetal position, be like, oh my God, my penis got bitten up by a dog. And then one of the two EMS came by, right? And then one of them was like, well, I'm going to try to look for it. And no shit, one of them says, oh my God, I found the bitten off dick on the side of the road.
Whose penis was that?
Jimmy goes, I'm sorry, what? And then before anything else were to happen, they slam him in the damn EMS truck, drove him down to the hospital, put him to sleep, and so they could sew onto his dick. And then he woke up. They had two dicks, literally. Yep. They didn't ask any questions. They didn't check to make sure if he had already had dick on him, but they put him to sleep, sewed on it to fake dick. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a critical piece of information missing. Like, who's walking around?
I don't know. I don't honestly. I wasn't expecting to find it. I thought like, okay, we can't find it. No, when I'm like, well, we found it. Like, what? I'm sorry. This is fake blood. I hope y'all know.
What neighborhood were you in? Like, what kind of shit? They're just like penises everywhere, just like littering the streets.
There's penis. Oh my God, princess. Oh my God. Listen, next Weasel News article. Penises are everywhere. Watch out. Penises are taking over.
Meatballs? No, it's raining
penises. Raining dick and balls. Raining dick and balls. Oh my God.
Is that a Jimmy song? It should be.
Oh, it should be. Oh God, featuring A screen. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, yep.
Oh my God, bestie. but yeah, so that was the long journey that was started.
Which one's bigger?
I would. Okay, so I say the sewn on one is 18 inches, so it wraps around Jimmy's waist.
Holy fuck! I mean, maybe it wasn't a penis. Maybe it was like a like kielbasa or something.
No. It's a dick. Trust me, it's a dick.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Gotta love that, right?
I mean, shit, that guy must be real sad, huh? Losing like an A-tier intro, you know? Talk about life changing.
Oh, yep. Yep. So yeah. Well, obviously it's so now it's all like molded and everything, but Jimmy still keeps it though. You know what I'm saying?
It's really disgusting. It just keeps getting worse. Thank you for that. Ugh. Maybe that's where the milk comes up.
No,
Comes
yeah,
from.
no, it comes from his tits. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy lactates is 2 dicks, one molding onto the top of his fupa,
Oof.
and now also he's fat. I don't know if I don't super fat. I don't know who in Echo read my mind. I was looking through the arms like, man, I wish I could make Jimmy fat again. And then surely enough, there's a fat.
They have more sizes now, which is really cool.
Yeah, I fucking love that so much. Like, honestly, I love it when they do that because I remember when they had the super jacked, the super ultra jacked one. I had that with Jimmy for a little bit, but then obviously people were like, Jimmy, you have a damn muscle suit on. I'm like, I don't. Yeah, fine, fuck it, I do. And then I'd, go and take it off or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, what's funny? Sean Forrester was walking around with like a green shirt that was like it just. I told him he looked like that episode in SpongeBob where he like gets those inflatable arms and it's just like proportionally just out of fucking control, too big for your body.
Oh yeah.
This green shirt was just like jacked, and I'm like, I can't take this guy seriously. Like, like take that shirt off. And sure enough, next time I saw him, he did have like a toned down version of it. But yeah, I mean, there are ways that you look quite funny.
It's just always so good though. I fucking love it
Yeah.
whenever I see someone and they're at the beach, whatever, and they're absolutely fucking ripped. I'm like, okay, dude. Why make me feel self conscious now? Like, why you gotta make me like, okay, I put my shirt on. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The amount of times I like, I've been in the kind of like changing my clothes in city, and like there's a shirt that only works with that super ripped like fucking 12-inch waist, insane, zero body fat. I'm like, this isn't Ace. Ace cannot be like this. He's too much of a fucking mess to care about his body. He cannot wear this shirt.
Listen. Hear me out though, right? Remember, like I said, the muscle suit. Just be like, just RP it out that Ace just has this like muscle suit that he only wears for this one that one shirt.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, RP everything, bro. It's RP. Nothing's fucking real.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in the wardrobe is the Speedo. I've worn that way too many times.
Honestly, I've been looking for that damn Speedo. I've been looking for that damn Speedo. Shirts?
It's in the shirts, but you gotta find the legs and the pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a shit ton of colors too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Big Speedo fan.
I'm gonna start wearing Speedos and Jimmy wear it while he's super fat. Hell yeah.
Just like fucking walk around with a Speedo. Nobody's stopping you. You can literally do that right now.
Do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it right now.
Logging in right now. Oh my god, dude. Well, while we're coming close to the end, what are your plans, I guess, for the future of Ace Green? And do you see a stopping point for Ace Green to like either perma, or do you see him just kind of like riding this plane to the sunset and maybe starting another character, or do you just kind of see it just ending it all together?
Yeah. I think for Ace Green, I think he's very much in like in a constant state of change right now, because there are a lot of things that haven't been evident along the way that I, as like a person, can do that I haven't shown on a screen because I didn't have a reason to. So I think that now, for example, like going into a boardroom as a screen and knowing things and knowing what I'm talking about are things that I didn't have to do as a screen before, because like I kept him pretty simple on purpose, like when I was at Great Ocean Records and they were like doing business decisions and stuff, and I'm like, well, I would do that differently. I couldn't say that because I'm a screen, I'm a drunk, I don't know anything. But now that like I'm sort of on this path to like building a business, and him and Christina are kind of like working together to make something out of it. I'm gonna have to pull some tricks out of my fucking hat, because like Ace isn't supposed to be doing any of this. So I think there's a lot of like time between now and like the eventuality of where a screen ends up, because there's a lot of like blank space that I have to fill with experience, to make it work. And I think like last night I was like having random ideas of how to like show people that like Ace is like coming into this new era of being a little bit more maybe responsible. I mean, I posted a picture on Instagram of Ace, and it said, now with 50% less ABV, alcohol, by volume, which
Yeah.
is like, not drinking as often. So these sort of like baby steps of working your way up to taking a little bit more responsibility, and making moves that are more intentional. And having conversations with people that are now like business centric, because I didn't have to do that before, and because they've never seen that with Ace, now it's Ace acting different. And in fact, he is acting different because he's doing business now. But to be fair, his existence, the context in which he exists now is different. Like, so there's no way for him to be the same under same like a different context. So I think showing people that growth and convincing them that like this is Ace growing, not me um acting different. Everybody grows and goes through change. And I think that the last thing I want to do is make people feel that business Ace is um just me, the person, being an asshole. It's business Ace learning how to do business, and making sure his business doesn't fail, because now he's got stuff he has to worry about, and now he's got people that he's accountable for, and he can't let that fail. So he's got to step his shit up, and those are the things that he didn't have to do before. So all of that growth, I want to be able to communicate to people as a screen, and for them to like understand that Ace is not me. I'm not Ace. I don't even drink in real life. I'm not a drinker. I stopped drinking a while ago because I fucking hate hangovers.
Yeah.
So like, I want people to appreciate that difference. And there's like Phyllis is like very much. She was a business person, and there I didn't. She did weird shit with the mafia, but that was all fun shit. But like that knowledge still exists in me of like the business stuff. So um I'm trying to integrate it without without it feeling like it's coming from me. So I want people to like really see that bigger picture, uh and go on the journey with Ace, so that, you know, I don't know, because I really just wanna make the music scene better, like I'm here. I'm not.
Wait, you said
I,
the music scene isn't good right now? What?
No, no, no,
What?
like, not no,
No,
better
no,
as in, like,
no, no, no.
it's
I know what you mean. No, trust me. I know
okay.
the music is
'Cause,
shit.
like,
It's shit. I know it's
yeah,
shit.
no, no,
Trust me. I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was me
Well,
being
no, well,
that
here's the
was me
thing.
being sarcastic, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing about I will say something about the music scene. I think right now, the music scene has, I don't really know anything about the legacy days or what happened then, but, I feel like right now, I'm experiencing it under a different lens, because I was never, like, somebody who had any in the music industry outside of just being an artist. Now I have, like, a business existing in that space. So now I'm seeing things differently, and now I'm understanding how problems become problems, and how something became something came out of nothing. Now I understand how that,
Oh yeah,
um, as opposed to
yeah.
before, I didn't. And I learned that really the number one thing that is problematic about anything is really the lack of communication. And I think a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that they're good communicators, but they're really not. I think what they mean is, I'm really good at communicating until it's not easy or comfortable for me to do so. That is not the same thing as being an open communicator and a good communicator. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good communicator, you're able to communicate with people at different contexts and at different levels, so that you're able to share information. It's not like it doesn't discriminate, like you don't choose what you decide to engage in. If you want to communicate, communicate, and I think that is my main gripe with the music scene right now. And I have to pull fucking Phyllis tricks as Ace to get people to like, open up and talk. But that's one of the things of like Ace's like I'm C ethos. It's like I'm gonna pull you out into the open and you're gonna say this to me out in the open because like we're not gonna bring that stuff onto the next wave of music stuff because I'm not gonna let it. You know what I'm saying? Because like that I learned is an issue, and now this is something I'm gonna try to fix, and as much as I can. I don't know. I don't even know if I have like the brain to do it or the support to do it. But I feel like a lot of people have been sort of like um, intentionally wanting to do that, and I feel like we're moving onto a good space, in the music scene. I want to see more communication, and I'm a person who never has ever been accused of not communicating enough ever. So like I will text you and I will call you and I will ask you what's up. So hopefully these sort of like baby steps move on to like a more open, free flowing, less whispery, rumory kind of music. And I'm gonna do it behind a drunk person.
Well, listen, man. Just about what you're saying and just like all the stuff I've seen, just kind of like how the music industry has been changing in the RP, I can tell a difference just because I don't know, like I do feel like legacy had a lot to do with kind of not exactly how much it's changed. I guess like I guess just how I don't know how to explain it. Like honestly, I don't even know how to really explain it. I just know that certain personalities should not be together. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
Right? It's just
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Certain personalities should not be this together, and I feel like a lot of whispers shouldn't be together. So
Yeah.
take that as you will. But
Yeah.
but I do feel like the music industry is it may never be the same like it was like before even legacy even came around, to be
Mhm.
honest with you. Before that it was honestly pretty good. I mean, yeah, like I felt really bad for staff because we were pumping out so much damn music, but they didn't know where we could put it. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it was pretty bad. But
Yeah.
once they did that, I guess everything else kind of worked out. But yeah, I don't know. It's just whenever I think back of like just the old days, just like I really just miss the feeling of just like accomplishing just accomplishments.
Yeah.
Just being able to like create stuff and just put it out there and just accomplishing just so much more than of myself. Now,
Yeah.
I understand you when you said that you're not Ace Grant. I understand that because let me tell you, nothing says good morning like having identity crisis, thinking that you're Jimmy North. Like there's so many times where because so many people now, my friends obviously from the server, they sometimes call me Cree, which is it's whatever, but
Yeah.
a lot of my friends used to call me Jimmy. A
Mhm.
lot of people used to call me Jimmy, and
Yeah.
my immersion. Shut the fuck up, Zeke. Shut the fuck up. Your immersion don't matter here, boy. It's mine. It's all mine. But but when they used to call me Jimmy a lot, I'm telling you, I think I had identity crisis because I would get freaked
Mm.
out every time that whenever would call me Jimmy because I was like, well, I'm not Jimmy, I'm Alex. And
Yeah.
then not that not that I'm trying to say excuses or anything, but like one of my friends they would tell me, well, my ex's name was Alex, so I'm gonna call you Jimmy. I was like, well,
Mm.
I'm not your ex, but okay, I
Yeah.
guess you can have that pass, whatever. But it's just I don't know, it's one of those battles. Oh God. You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna mod you just because you came in here. Hang on, let me mod him real quick. Banned. Not modding you. Anyways. Um
What? Who are we banning?
this person warning using I don't may result massive follow gains.
Oh.
I don't even know. But
Yeah.
um but
Ban them bastards.
ban bastards, ban 'em. But yeah, I don't know. I get that though. Just try to set that limit of yourself from your character because
Mhm.
nobody wants to bleed into their character, right? Nobody wants
Yeah.
that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Um but I told my brave was at the dinner table accidentally. My wife looked at me and gone out. Oh Jesus. Jesus Christ, bro, get her back. What the fuck? Tell her it was your jokey voice. She'll laugh at it, hopefully. Um but I don't know. I just honestly, like I love doing Jimmy's voice. I love it when I'm not sick. I love doing Jimmy's voice, and I like
Yeah.
sometimes I like to think about like what would Jimmy do in these situations, like my IRL situations in my life. I'm like, he wouldn't give a fuck. He
Yeah.
just run around, like
Yeah.
uh it's all about the milk. True. It's all about the milk, dude. True. But sometimes like it's hard for me to, I don't know, like just find enjoyment of Jimmy. Like it's so hard. It's
Mhm.
so much harder now because we're so much I've done on Jimmy, where it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I've already done it. I've already done all this shit. So it's like I play. Sorry,
All good.
tonsils are too damn big. But sometimes I feel like I've done everything on Jimmy, so it's like, well, I
Mhm.
guess I might as well play Max, right? And then like, I could play
Yeah.
Apollo, but I just sometimes I don't like playing Apollo because sometimes I like to just like I don't know, just like talk. I can't talk to people on Apollo because then it'd be a little immersion
Yeah.
breaking, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, well, all right, I guess I'll grunt at people, and then it's like sometimes I run around and no one's around. Like, well, fuck, I guess I'll just log out then. Like, but
Yeah.
honestly, going back to like I was saying though, it's just like I understand like completely about just like setting that boundary because obviously you don't want to like log out having Ace being super drunk, then wake up the next day and his life is just all of a sudden fucking fixed. No longer drinking. No,
Yeah.
very big.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I did that with Jimmy on accident, just because like I feel like a lot of that was just because just how Carter, Julia, Sasha, L'Oreal, like they were just like, all right, well, we're gonna be at this meeting, like please, Jimmy's just like, please just wear a suit, and I'm just like, all right, okay, I guess I'll
Mhm.
wear a suit now. Can I
Yeah.
not wear pants? Nope, gotta wear pants. Well, can I wear? Nope, gotta wear shoes. Okay, shit, okay. So
Yeah.
then, obviously, like I said, the next day, Jimmy was just a normal guy, but then whenever they wasn't around, that's when I was fucking going crazy. I was just fucking
Mhm.
short shorts, no t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's jacket, just short shorts, his jacket, jeans, or
Yeah.
not jeans, boots.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I'm very, I don't know how to explain. I'm so satisfied just how much care you put into your character and because obviously, like I said, my music experience is as much as I played Jimmy. So like probably like maybe like 8 to 7 years, maybe. Like
Holy fuck. Yeah.
yeah. So like that's as much the experience with music that I do have on Jimmy. So it's like
Mhm.
that's as much experience that I have on him. So
Yeah.
or and music in general.
Yeah.
So obviously I understand what you're coming from and uh and obviously your support. I wouldn't even worry about that because let me tell you, man, the shit that I hear on Max, people fucking love Ace Green so much. People would literally like jump off the bridge for him if Ace said like,
Oh,
hey,
come on.
you literally, I'm telling you,
No.
like
Oh, I appreciate
like
it.
I'm telling you, bro, like I am 110% sure that if Ace Green literally did an event, like, hey guys, I need you to jump off a bridge just for science. People go, okay, 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 okay,
Oh my god.
okay.
That's good to hear. Cause there's I mean, the imposter syndrome is real as fuck, and I think that's something that I don't think I'll ever get over because like I went to school for something completely different. I studied something very studiously for a long time to do this one thing, and to suddenly do this other thing and not put that much energy that I did into the other thing and still feel like it deserves like any kind of like positive feedback or anything doesn't feel right because I haven't been doing it long enough to feel like I deserve any acclamations or anything for music because like I happened into it and I'm doing it accidentally and it still feels like I'm doing it accidentally. So it's nice to hear that people are responding to it. Because there's this like constant sort of like fear of like I'm on stage right now and I feel like I'm embarrassing myself. I
Oh,
feel like all of these people are here pretending to like my shit and I'm embarrassing myself, and it's sort of like it's that constant thing of like I'm gonna keep going. Just day, but like fuck, one more day, but I'm real embarrassed, So I appreciate you telling me
Oh,
that.
of course, man. Like, let me tell you, like, how many times I don't ever really perform on Jimmy. I would love to, but no one ever asked Jimmy to perform. But the one time I have performed, um, I felt the same way, man. Like, I literally was doing Jimmy's dance moves or whatever, dancing to music, whatever, and I'm dancing. I'm not hearing a word. I'm just like, what? And I'm also not seeing anybody dance. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm embarrassing
Yeah.
myself. And then before I leave, they're like, can you play that song again? I'm like, what? Oh, so you want me to make a fool of myself? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, I could do that, and they
Yeah.
do it again. I'm just like, okay, like, but I promise you that every time that I'm on Max and I'm out in the crowd and Ace Green's performing, everyone's going crazy. So I promise
Oh
you.
shit.
And I also wish you the best of luck just with anything you have planned with Ace, because I think everyone, not just myself, can tell Ace has a really big, bright future, and
Oh, thanks, man. I
I hope
appreciate you.
I hope that it doesn't burn your brain or anything, but I hope that I hope it comes as big as you can imagine, and
I appreciate it, man. Thank
of
you.
course, of course.
Yeah, yeah, and I do want to like, uh, I, I do want to make sure that like I thank like everybody who was able to like take this like weird journey with Ace, because I feel like I've been doing a lot of exploration along the way, um, and none of it was ever like on solid ground, and I do appreciate people that have been able to kind of like understand that he's like in flux. Like, Christina, I know she's here. Christina, I appreciate you so much because like we bounce ideas off of each other often and we just somehow make it work. Sage, Jimmy, like Wonka over at Trace, amazing fucking people, love those guys. So there are real like there are really glimmers of like really bright lights in the music scene more than not, I think, um which is why I think that the music scene thrives because there's the odds are that there are better people than those that create a little bit of that tension. But yeah, I'm grateful to be surrounded by really good people and people over at IMC. I love those guys too because they're the kind of the weird kids in the lunch table, fucking doing whatever the fuck they want in the corner of the lunchroom. There's them. Like I feel like they're my family. I feel like a bit of a black sheep a little bit, but thank you all, and thank you, Alex. Is it? I don't, Jimmy. I don't want to call you Jimmy,
Oh, you
but
can,
thank you for having
yeah.
me,
My name's Alex. Yeah,
Alex. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
But yeah, this has been a pleasure. It's been really fun, and thank you for having me and just say OOC things that I think all the time but can't say out loud to everybody. So this felt really nice. So I appreciate you. Thank
Well, no problem. Hopefully, I can give you some time just to like be able to build some more story with Ace, and hopefully we can bring you on again and be able to kind of break some more walls and see kind of where Ace is at.
you. Yeah, I mean no meta, but if Jimmy's doing indie music,
I mean, I don't even know what does that mean? Like, how can Jimmy do indie music? What does that even mean?
oh, indie music is basically you just do whatever the fuck you want,
Oh,
and
that's what Jimmy's doing. Okay, cool.
yeah. So like
Because okay,
Jimmy's an independent artist. If he's not signed, he's an independent artist, and I think that I think the only benefit, well, not the only benefit, but I think the difference between an
they owe
independent
it.
artist being outside of
Oh, Jesus Christ, brother. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what happened?
No,
What?
no, no, just the way that you said it was funny.
Said
Anyways.
what?
No, the only benefit, whatever. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
Oh, yeah, I think what I meant to say was the only difference between being indie outside of IMC and indie inside is
uh,
the benefits obviously that IMC has, but also the community. I think that if you're a floater, it's very difficult to feel like you could accomplish anything because one person doing like getting booked for events and contacting vendors, all this shit I did for one day when Christina was like at work. and I was losing my fucking mind, and I wasn't even doing music, I was just planning the event, you know? It's really difficult for one person, so yeah, that's the difference where you just have a more of a support system, but Jamie
I
North is very much an indie musician.
I thought about applying for there, but I didn't know if like Jimmy's like too old to join. It grand enough he's like 32, but still. But um I don't
Are
know.
you trying to offend the entire Echo community right now,
No, no,
Alex?
what?
Like
No. No, what I mean is just like he's been around for too long, you know? It's just
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, I think back to BoJack Horseman, you know, I think the man had a legacy, and, it changes along the way. The older he gets, the different things that he has to confront because life changes all the time. So maybe Jimmy can't lactate anymore, and he
What?
issues with
Whoa,
creating
wait,
lactation.
wait,
So
hang
maybe he
on.
goes to like lactating nursery school or some shit.
We're
You know,
Ace
I don't
Green.
know.
Hey, wait, now it's Ace Green Ace's Green Lactation Facility. Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, let's get Parsons back open. You know, let's not have a lactating,
all of
a
a sudden,
wing.
Ace finds out he can lactate too.
Except it's slime,
The
the
slime.
ace slime, the snail trail.
Oh God, Jesus. But yeah, I might, Jimmy might take a look at the application. Wait, is it still open or no? Okay.
Yeah, it's not, it's just it's literally you come in and you use space as you want it. You got your own private space, and you ask us questions if you need anything, and you post your shit. But essentially, it's just a community, you
Oh,
know.
okay. All right. Well, hell
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
yeah.
Parsons.
Um,
Hey, slammed me once. What, Zeke? Oh, also, by the way, Zeke, thank you so much for gifting 2 subs, by the way, to Ace
oh,
Green
I did. Oh,
and
I did get one. Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah.
How'd you find me?
Wait, Ace Green, Ace. What is it?
Who's
Ace
Ace
Sober
Sober?
13. I don't even know, but thank you so much. Give Zeke side eye. I'm sorry. Thank you so.
I hope you didn't give somebody else thinking it was me, because Ace is kind of like a suspiciously like similar name to my character name, and I don't know if that's a right word. But on behalf of Alex, thank you for gifting that
Thank
person
you, thank you,
to
you for
your
gifting that random person.
very
Hell
nice.
yeah, very
Yeah.
nice, very,
Yeah.
very nice. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right,
Um,
well, no one's streaming Echo, unfortunately, so I may have to end. I like raiding people though. You know what I'm saying? I like just raiding.
yeah. I
Um,
don't. I'm not even logged into Twitch, so I don't even know who.
I guess we can raid Thanks Internet. She's playing Resident Evil. I
Oh,
guess.
sick.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh.
Ace's clutch? Are you finding all the aces and just giving them random subs?
Oh my God, Zeke. Oh
Oh,
my God.
fuck.
Jesus, Zeke. You never. Oh, gee.
Wait, hold on. By the way, you're reminding me that you're finding way too many aces. I'm gonna say the same thing about people named Ace in City. You gotta stop, okay? All you people coming in naming your characters Ace, stop it. Enough, okay? Every time
Uh,
somebody gets a tweet, Ace Spade, every time he gets a tweet, I get a fucking notification. Stop it. No more.
say, same with
I
Jimmy, by the
can't
way.
take the gaslighting.
Yeah.
People are sending me messages, but they're not really. They're talking to a guy named Spade. Who the fuck is that?
You're making mine. What do you mean you're making mine to not? Oh, brother. Jesus. Ace of Spades. Oh my God.
Oh, that's an Overwatch streamer. I used to watch him. He's a really nice guy. I'm gonna tell him. Oh, he doesn't know.
I might make Ace greener tonight. What the fuck? Damn.
I
Your
swear, I swear to
your
God,
fans are trying to turn into
the
your haters.
amount of aces in the city is out of control.
Wait, how many aces are there in the city?
I've Ace Spade, then there's Ace Me, and then there's like Ace. There's a girl named Ace, and then there's like a cop named Ace. I don't know, which is a lot of.
Like
Oh man,
Ace.
if you make an Ace Green with an E at the end, that's gonna create mass confusion because people already spell my name that way. Ace's name that way.
Really? Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God. Oh brother. That's too funny. What the flip? So we're all in greens. Oh my God. Oh Jesus.
Oh, Ace Green is a real person. See, what is
Oh,
that?
okay. Imagine they all come to my chat like, hey, why did I get gifted sub here? Oh Jesus.
It's,
Jesus, dude.
Fun times, fun times. I will say though, if you ever feel like you're gonna go, into Apollo some more, like
Hmm.
hit me up. I will be there as Phyllis, like, you know. Oh my god, Apollo. Oh, you're so sexy.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a bit random when I get on Apollo because I feel like so Apollo's like part of PA, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's so random that he is that like I can't do anything that they're doing because he's Apollo. He can't.
He can't, yeah,
He
mhm,
understands a little bit, but like
yeah.
I just I don't know. I feel so bad sometimes. You know,
What if Phyllis is your human translator and she translates absolutely not the right thing,
not the
and it's
right
always
thing.
the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm down
Yeah,
for
somebody's
that.
looking for a gun. Okay, well, he's saying you gotta walk out, take a shit, and then come back inside because you smell a little bit. It could be fun. We could be like a
We
dynamic
could,
duo.
we could. You know, funny
If you give me a
enough.
cop uniform.
True, true. You know, funny enough
"Oh,
though,
Ashley, how you doing?"
I remember when I first made Apollo, he'd only drive backwards. Those were fun
He only
times, man.
drives
He
backwards?
only drove backwards, yeah. And
Oh my
let me tell
god.
you, you can go backwards kind of fast. I didn't expect you to go backwards on certain cars pretty fast, but
Yeah.
I used to oh god, Zeke. Um I used to drive on Apollo like backwards. I'm talking like I used to drift backwards a little bit too, which
Holy fuck.
is a little challenging, but you know, but it was that was fun. I made it, guys. Asian. See, look at there. See, look at there. See, see.
Ah.
See, look now. See, I told you, bro. You got so much support and constantly hitting the honk. True, that too. True, hitting the honk. You know, you ever hit the honk before? I have all the time, every day.
Have you, why is there some sort of, like, what is Apollo? Is he like the Yeti? Is there like some Yeti and perceives like reality
um,
drives
s-
backwards?
so
Give me an anatomy lesson on Yetis right now.
okay, so honestly, I guess the lore behind Apollo is like originally, I'll just gotta give you this to normal. It's just like he's from Humane Labs, and I guess
Okay.
like Humane Labs somehow managed to like create a Yeti, which believe it or not, when I first had Apollo, um, he what the Yen and Top? Who's that?
Yeti on top?
Oh, Yeti.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
Oh, wait, you know
Zeke.
what? I'm gonna say it. Um, Man, I think I'm gonna create a character named Butt Stuff
Butt
next.
stuff.
Let's see if we can find a Butt Stuff out there. Zeke,
What the flip? But
he'll find it.
but yeah, so I originally had Apollo like not that like basic ped size, you know, it's just like not very tall, pretty much same height as everyone in the city, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then um I remember submitting a ticket to staff being like, hey, is there any ways that I could like maybe make Apollo like a little bit taller? Like taller
Mhm,
than everybody, right?
yeah.
And they said, well, I guess you can you can like some, you know, have someone do it, send us the file, and we'll put it in. I said, okay. So I did it, and the guy who did it made him so much bigger than I expected. Um, and I remember I'll never forget, bro, the time that I fully, you know, first got on Apollo with a new ped. People were freaking out. I'm talking, they were like, "Oh my god, how did Apollo get so much bigger?" Like, and it's just like, "Oh my god, dude!" It was so, and I'll never forget when Apollo got into PA, and he actually got into PA before he got big. So it's like, so there's this huge like rumor going around. Well, not anymore, but it was that Jaspers, remember the cop guy, or security guy?
Jaspers was supposed to go on a date with Ace, and he stood him up on Valentine's Day. Ace wrote a little
What?
interlude about it. Yeah, a heartbreaker, that guy,
Oh
God.
my god. Damn. Well, rumor has it that Jasper's injected Apollo like full of steroids, like in his legs, like so many
He
damn
would do that.
steroids, so many, like so much more steroids than anybody could really handle. And then apparently it's just like just boosted the fuck out of Apollo how big he is. Like, yeah.
Goddamn. I every time I think of Apollo, I think of the the beef jerky commercial.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
True.
I first time Phyllis saw Apollo, I was me, the person playing Phyllis, I was like, scared shitless. I was like, "What the fuck is that? Let's flirt with it."
Let's flirt with it.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god. I do miss Jaspers though. Honestly, Jaspers, he I don't know, I guess he was just the whole reason why I got on Apollo in the first place. Because at first it was oh god, I can't remember his name. Because he was also a cop. I can't think of his name, but Jaspers literally was the whole reason why. And that's why for a while no one saw Jimmy or Cree because I was on Apollo all the time.
Mm,
Because I feel like I had more story on Apollo, which was
yeah.
so weird because typically the way that MARP was is that I had more story on Cree or Jimmy. But this at this point it was like so much more on Apollo, which was so much which let me tell you, man, I've had some stories with like Mr. Ink. I've had some stories with Mr. Smiles. Fuck Cree Man. Okay, dude. All right. This is the dude. Okay, dude. All right, bro. All right. Why? Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I know exactly why you're gonna say fuck Cree, but it's fine though. But but yeah, I don't know. Just something about Apollo is just like I feel like I can't kill him off because like even though I maybe
No, he's like, he's a fucking, he's a mythical creature. You can't
I
kill
can't.
him,
Now
bro. That'd be
Jimmy,
like,
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy's like you can grow Jimmy
I
on
mean,
trees.
he lactates and he's got two penises. I feel like he's also can't kill that guy off either.
And Max, he's just too damn awkward just to kill anyways, so
Yeah,
yeah, so I got my whole actually I have a clown character also, but I feel like
Oh,
yeah, I used to mess with
what's his name?
clowns. Honestly, I can't remember his name. Honestly, because I made it so quick and I just like don't play him at all. But
Mm.
when I found out that they had the red nose in game, I stopped everything and gave it to him and then logged back out. But how grave RP am I, right? Jesus Christ.
No, yeah, the cemetery of characters that I've left behind. Incredible.
Jesus. How many characters
They
have
all
you
seem
had
like
at
good
one point?
ideas until you log in and you have to actually put the character on. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
this is too much work. I'm not doing this.
I literally, let me tell you, man, I used to be a one character person for the beginning, like the beginning part of Jimmy, like the beginning of Jimmy. All I played was Jimmy, but then once I got into Echo, it was game over because oh my god, dude, like the ideas that I had, like I had this one idea for this guy. I can't remember his name, but I remember he wanted to be main character syndrome. You know who Lola
Mm.
is?
Lola.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So at one point where he went to Taco Hut and he was like, could you read out to every single item on your menu for me? And he was, I need a cough drop, I need a cough drop, I need a back rub, I need a hot tea, so I need everything. So I remember what the first interaction I had with Lola was that he said, could you read the whole menu out to me? So she read the whole menu out to him. She's like, do you want anything? He goes, actually, you know what? Nah, I'm good. And just like walked away.
Oh, shit.
And he said, I'm on that main character shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And she goes, I'm gonna take that interaction and build it to my now that's my character's main goal or something like that. I don't know. So then I come back, I place a bag down from Burger Shot, and I was like, I got your little gift. And then she goes, what's inside of it? And she like kneels down and open it. And she slaps me opens. I say, it's my human shit. And she came up so quickly
Oh my god.
for me to react to it. Takes a brass knuckle, bashes my character's head. I'm out like a light. You know what I'm saying? So then the RPer that I am, which loves one-off characters, by the way, I kill him because so then I had it to where his head just
from brass knuckles.
Yeah, because he
Holy
hit
fuck,
him.
Lola.
Yeah. When you start thinking, I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck? Yeah, so
that's one fucking mega hit.
yeah, because he literally went down as soon as she hit him. As soon as she hit him. So then I literally RP'd out that his head was just the side of his head was just open. His brain was just scooming out, right? And then Lola was like, "Oh wow, maybe we could ocean dump him." I'm like, "Oh my god, Lola, what the fuck are you doing?" And then do you remember what's her name? Maxanne? Or
Roxanne.
she used to work for Weasel.
Mm.
But she used to I don't think so, probably not. But she used to be a Weasel person. Or is it Maxine? Might be Maxine, maybe. Maxine?
I have no idea.
Anyways,
Maybe.
she used to work with
Rydell?
Badges. I'll see you, Badges.
Oh, I know. I've met him before. You have a great beard.
He does have a great beard. You should go on a air balloon date with him. He's a great passenger for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We me, Christina, Callie, and Lil went on a duo balloon trip, and they both exploded. One into confetti, the other one into fire.
Oh my
So I
god.
don't think we should do that shit. We all ended up at Pillbox at the end.
Jesus.
But it was fun. It was great. We just can't fly for shit.
Wait, what was I gonna talk about? Oh my god, I had it and I forgot. Probably wasn't important though. But oh, okay, no, my bad. No, okay. So yeah, so Maxine, she worked at Weasel News, and as soon as Lola picked my character up, she comes out of nowhere. She goes, Lola, did I see you just hit that man? She goes, yeah, well, he gave me his shit, his bag. I just punched him with my brass knuckle. Before she could say anything else, I just slashed me. Brains are now leaking behind Lola. She goes, oh my god, is he dead? And Lola goes, no, he can't be. And then she already immediately, once she saw that, Maxine called the police. And
oh shit,
the ambulance came, police came. Now on my side, they took me to the where you go, where you permit your character. They say, okay, whatever, right? So I just FA quit and laughed it off and went on with my day. Lola's side, she had a court date she had to go to. She lost her job. She had to go reapply. Hopefully she went, I think something about her reapplying for a job. So much court. So much damn court. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then about a couple months after that, Lola, I asked Lola, hey, what happened after that? She said, yeah, she told me everything. I was like, oh my god, like never again will I ever do that. Now, to be honest with you, now that I have some time to simmer down and I might do that again. To be honest with you, because that's some funny shit.
I mean, if there's somebody that you really hate and you want to fuck up for a couple months,
honestly, I don't even hate you. I don't even hate Lola, to be honest with you.
No, I know, but like this time, if you do it intentionally, make sure you're getting something out of your system.
Oh yeah, true and real. Clip it, chat. Clip it.
Dick move there,
True.
Move.
Honestly, I didn't even think anything was gonna happen to it, because for me, it's like, oh, it's a side off character. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Man, they treat everybody with that. Once you kill somebody, if they have a witness, oh, you're screwed. Like,
fuck.
Oh my god, dude, it's so bad. Apparently, Maxine took a lot of pictures of Lola and the other, my character. And apparently, she took a picture right as Lola hit him. I'm like, oh,
holy
my god.
Fuck.
Yep. Gotta love it.
Why was she watching you guys from
I
the very beginning?
I don't even know.
Were you doing some weird shit? Be honest. What were you doing? I mean, you handed her a bag of your shit.
Yeah.
So obviously, you were in the process of doing something.
No, it was just like, I mean, I literally just grabbed the bag from Burger Shot, walked, because I have a car. So I literally walked from Taco Hut to Burger Shot, back to Taco Hut. Because I was thinking, like, well, she needs some time to, like, just get more other interaction except for me all the time, So it's like, okay, well, but that was probably like 30 minutes, right? Walking from Taco Hut to Burger Shot, right? Probably maybe a little less than that. But so yes, then I just walked back and then gave her the bag, and that's when she did it, bro. Like, it's so crazy how shit. I'm telling you, on my side, no one did anything. They just like, all right, well, here you go. And it's like, and then then I'll never forget the doctor's like, yeah, y'all can take him if you want. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, what? Oh, okay. So this is where FA quit. And like, FA quit, and no one DM'd me. No one did anything like that.
Wow, so, you just dropped a bomb and walked away like it never happened.
Exactly, bro. That's so.
Holy shit. Talk about leaving somebody high and dry. Goddamn savage.
I didn't even know. Dude, you're right. I'm such a piece of shit. Jesus.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I bet you provided her with a lot of experience, you know?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Trauma.
Trauma. Oh,
Experience.
trauma. True. Gotta love that trauma. Mike dropped and walked away. Yeah, and yeah, literally. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like I did a lot of crazy things in RP. Like with Mr. Ink, there was a time where honestly, a lot of Mr. Ink stuff I feel like doesn't make any sense just because
Who's Mr. Ink?
So I've played probably 2 serial killers and
Oh
yeah. Hang on, let me see if I can find some pictures if you want to see them.
What was his MO? You know, I like some serial killer documentaries. Anything crime, I'll watch it.
So oh my god, can you please just so you can get some lore for other people who may know about it, you should have A Screen be like, yo, I just watched this crazy documentary about Mr. Ink and see if anybody will react.
I'll do it if I get reported. I'm setting them this clip. Okay.
yeah. By the way, Steph, if you know, if he gets a report from Meta, just be like, I just watched this crazy documentary. Yeah, based on a true story. Yeah, please, Steph, if you're watching this, just give A Screen a pass. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if you want to ban me, ban me. Whatever, it's okay.
Well, can I take a guess at what Mr. Ink's MO was?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Ink. I think maybe you're heavily tattooed.
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay. Scratch that. All right. So you carry a tattoo gun with
Nope.
you. Okay. So you carry a pen with you.
Nope.
Where you are a pen yourself.
Nope.
And okay, I'm gonna stop. I don't know.
So basically, Mr. Ink's, I guess MO or whatever was it's kind of interesting because he'd always have octopus ink on him because octopus ink is a sign of, because it paralyzes its prey. So he would inject his victims with ink from octopus.
What the fuck?
And that way they couldn't move or anything. That way he could just be in full power.
Okay, and what would you do next? Like rip their nails off? Or
so it really depending on if he wanted to do like a show for anybody to watch. So if he didn't want anybody to watch, he'd obviously he'd make people watch, right? So he posts all over Twitter and all that.
I mean, obviously, I didn't know. I mean, okay, were you like in a red room? Like,
oh no. Well, the first victim,
3 Bitcoin will get you inside.
3 Bitcoin will get you inside. So the first victim was this lady who was working at the casino, and I'm trying to find this damn picture, and I'm really upset that I can't find it. And
I love that we're reminiscing of people that you've killed.
Yeah, I love it, right? Jesus. Damn, I can't find it. Damn it, dude. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Hang on. Oh, whoa, wait, hang on. Okay. I might be able to find it here. My friend's DMs, maybe. Gotta hope so. It'd be so cool. But yeah. So his MO was just like first MO, obviously, was just because somebody was being really rude to him, which is a perfect excuse to kill somebody. But he didn't really fully kill him. He just kind of hurt him, whatever. And and so then later down the road, people on Twitter were being really rude, being like, "Oh, Mr. Ink, you shouldn't have hurt my friend," or whatever. And then he attacked Aria, which was the CEO of Dynasty. Which, little did I know, my experience with serial killers is not that much, but everyone started thinking immediately like, "Oh, he's going after CEOs," because his first victim was CEO of LA, and then second one was Aria, which is CEO of Dynasty at the time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, that's not his technically MO, but okay, sure, I'll go along with it. And then I was watching someone stream, and they're just like, they're literally. Let me tell you, bro. You know what the funniest shit ever is when you're playing a serial killer, you're not even in the city. You're watching someone stream, they're a cop and they're looking for your character, like absolutely looking through all the trash bins, all the bushes, everything.
Holy fuck.
That's when you know that people are so locked in. And you know what's even more wilder is that I actually made a whole different Discord, because this is before Instagram was even in Echo's Discord. Well, and you know, a little Instagram before Instagram put in game, was that every time that I wanted to post something about something going on with Mr. Inc., I would post a
Oh, you
picture.
couldn't do it yourself because like they
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
know who you were,
exactly,
right?
they would know who I am. So I made a whole nother Discord. I asked staff if I can bring the
Yeah.
Discord in. They said yeah, and let me tell you, bro. Every time that I would attack somebody, the amount of threats I got on that Discord was absolutely crazy. Like,
Holy fuck.
yeah, a lot of threats. A lot of calling me a little man, calling me, you know, a lot of fucked up shit. But yeah, I mean,
To be fair, you killed people, you know?
yeah,
You're
but
a
I mean,
killer,
but bro,
Mr.
RP,
Inc.
bro, it's RP, bro. The fuck, it's RP, bro. Come on now,
Yeah,
don't.
and there's definitely a line, you know, and you go across it, but,
Yeah,
you know,
but
sometimes stabbing people is fun.
I mean, it
What can you
is, bro.
do?
Let me tell you, bro. It is. Oh, another crazy thing is that they kept asking. Well, if I could find the pictures, I'll send it to you. Oh god, Mr. Ink and his girl shit was wild, especially. Oh yeah, see, look, yeah, see.
Wait, you were what? You were 5150'd? The first thing I ask people if I wanna go to Pillbox as Ace is if they're gonna 5150 him, because 'cause I'm not going to fucking rehab yet or at all, or maybe never, but I'm glad they don't do that anymore. Cause jeez.
Oh yeah, I mean they used to. But I don't think they do anymore because they don't have many people who would want to just stand around.
I'm kinda curious, you know, how they go about doing it, but, you know?
But yeah. So if I could find these pictures at some point, I'll send them to you. Um, but yeah. So I think Ink probably has the most killings out of all my characters, because you still have a 5151 report, really? Jesus. Um,
Yeah.
Probably I want to say 6 people. 6 people either died or got hurt. You know. Um,
Damn.
and let me tell you, after Ink was revealed that it was me, I'll never forget, this guy came in my chat and was like, "Yeah, I thought Ink was after me." So every day he got on character, right? He changed his clothes, changed his hair, and changed the color of his car every time he got in game, because he thought Ink was after him.
Goddamn.
But guess what? Ink wasn't even. He wasn't even on my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so crazy. People were just taking, and like how involved Ink was in City. Oh,
Yeah.
one of the craziest things was that there was a citywide lockdown where nobody was allowed to be outside. Oh yeah, I broke the electrical grid. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, like
I did.
Summer of Sam, that's cool
Yeah,
as fuck.
yeah, and I remember setting a ticket for that one, because I was like, hey, is there any way that there could be like a command where y'all can, like, yeah, literally lockdown. Yeah, dude, there's so many cool things I can tell you. So there's a clip on my channel where they caught Mr. Ink finally. They're like, okay, you know, and the lights are off. And then I remember Bishop DM'd me. He's like, hey, can you make the cop in front of you snap his finger? I said, sure. And I was like, could you snap your fingers for me real quick? He goes, okay. And he snapped his fingers and the lights cut on.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Well,
All right.
goddamn.
Well, I'm gonna stop yapping. I feel like I've yapped a little too long. I'm so sorry about that.
No, I know. I tell me to shut up if you want me to stop because I won't stop talking. I won't do it. I
Well,
won't not stop on on purpose. It's just like
right.
sometimes I get carried away.
Right. Well, me too. Honestly, me too. But yeah. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for everyone coming out and showing support to Ace Green, the man himself, the legend.
Oh. No, we love so much. Phyllis Waverly has a giant crush on Apollo. She will actually, I think I told a friend of mine as Phyllis that I was gonna marry that man one day or whatever it was
Honestly,
to
I'm
add
down. I'm down.
Apollo.
I'm down. I'm
You
down.
know,
I'm down for a little marriage, for a little Apollo and girl marriage. You know.
in the last city I was in, there was this character named Jesus, and he used a Jesus pad, with like the Birkenstocks and the fucking beard and the hippie shawl or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I really wanted to marry him because I wanted to walk down the aisle as a Virgin Mary, and I feel like that would have been so fucking cool. But he said no because he was too old, 2000 or whatever. But Phil's old as fuck too.
Did
That
he?
would have been funny.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, well, we can
Oh
make
man,
that happen if the time is right. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be so fucking funny. Holy shit!
would be.
I feel like
Would
that
be.
way.
If you
I feel
shaved
like
your entire body except for like your eyebrows and your beard, you were still like
absolutely not.
Yeti
Oh my
sized.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He shaves all his fur and she wears it
Oh,
as a
you shaved
dress.
for me. Oh my
I'm saying,
god.
but she uses his fur as a damn dress though.
Oh shit, sharing is caring.
Oh my
We out
god.
here.
We are out here.
Who's
Damn.
with the fur?
All right. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate y'all a lot. Honestly, I don't know. I might do this again. I don't know, but if you can go to the Echo Discord, Pretty with the Fur. I forgot. Oh, go to Echo's Discord. Find Behind the Roleplay. If you want to suggest anybody else coming on, please suggest. I definitely need suggestions. And could you please, where it says like clips or whatever, if you could just also put their Discord right there, because every time I try to look up someone's name, it doesn't come up. Like it just doesn't. So if you could put their Discord in there, please, thank you so much. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You have anything else to say or no?
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I just thank you for again just having me, and this was a good time. And you know, uh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to more great times. You know.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, go ahead and end, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.
Rat suitcase win. What? Rat suit. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Um. You gotta ask the French guy, DuPont, because he hasn't given me the rat yet. No rat, no suitcase.
What?
A French people joke,
Oh, okay.
DuPont. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm making a wallet out of his
Where the
rat,
fuck
his
is
dead rat.
DuPont?
Facts. Oh man.
All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. See ya. Bye. Hee
Catch
hee.
you later.
Hee
Bye
hee.
bye.
Slash me laughs. Hee hee.